Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. Listen, you guys, Ramaphosa's son is a real South African because just like many South Africans, he is also drowning in debt. Okay, what I don't understand is how that can happen when your father has money under the couches at the Pala Pala farm. Okay, there's millions over there. Even the cleaners are stealing some for themselves. Can't Ramaphosa guys give him some loans or something? Make him sign something and just give him the money to pay before the Sunday world can get hold of these stories. Or maybe he has given him so many loans. He's just like over it. He's like, I would rather have people steal money from me than give it to my son to pay for some debts. Okay. I don't know, guys. Something is not on here. Did Ramaphosa even pay Babgeld? Okay. Is this guy not supposed to have some trust fund somewhere, and living comfortably on that? Is that not supposed to be the case? I don't know, you guys. Anyway, they're saying Ramaphosa's son is drowning in levies areas. Okay. But if you have levies to pay, that means that you own some properties. Okay. So maybe it's not a bad thing. Okay. Body corporate tends to court to force tycoon to pay. Maybe it's not a tycoon if he can't pay just these levies. Okay. President Cyril Ramaphosa's son has been dragged to court by a body corporate of the residential complex in which he owns property. For failing to pay his levies. Andile Ramaphosa has been taken to the Johannesburg High Court by Sabas Body Corporate for failing to pay over 219,000. Just a measly 219,000 in arrears for the levies of his property in Leafy suburb in Edinburgh Centre. The amount has ballooned to over 400,000 rands after accumulating interest. Listen, 400,000 rand is a lot of money to me, but it shouldn't be to the president's son. Okay, in the court papers which we have seen, Saba said Ramaphosa failed to pay the levies, plunging him into the staggering arrears. In a bid to recover the arrears from him, Sabas, okay, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but you will forgive me, entered into a debt acknowledgement agreement with him on about the July the 6th last year. In terms of the agreement which we have seen, ngoba phela ilokhuzana Sunday world has seen a lot of things. You know how many times they say the court papers that we have seen? They see a lot, eh? In terms of the agreement which we have seen, Ramaphosa agreed to liquidate arrears made up of capital debt, interest on overdue amounts, administration fees, legal fees, and attorneys' legal costs. The businessman agreed to tender the first installment of 17,000 rands on the 7th of every month until the arrears were cleared. The debtor shall tender the first installment in the sum of 17,000 on or before the 7th of June 2022, plus all charges up until arrears amount owing in interest, cost, collection charges of 459 rand as per Government Gazette 43. 592 dated the 7th of August 2020 per month. Disbursement legal fees for drafting of a document in the amount of 0 rand and various other charges have been settled, reads the paper. Ramaphosa, according to the agreement, had been given a period of 15 months to repay the full amount to Sabas. However, he breached the agreement when he failed to clear the arrears, leaving the body corporate with no choice but to hand him over to its lawyers. Sabas said its lawyers then sent a letter of demand to Ramaphosa in April to remit payment and clear his arrears, but he threw a ZEP sign at them. Despite due and lawful demand dated the 11th of April 2023, the defendant has failed and or refused and or neglected to make payment in terms of the agreement. Okay, the defendant presently remains in default with the aforesaid installment together with interest as agreed between parties in the sum of 401,000 rand. Therefore, the plaintiff prays for judgment against the defendant for the payment of an amount of 400,000 rands, reads the paper. Ramaphosa did not respond to written questions. By Ramaphosa, they means Andile Ramaphosa. Guys, like honestly, What do you think is the reason that he's not going to his father to ask for money? Okay. Or he can just go to his father and say, Dad, I'm in trouble here. Can you just help me get just a tender nyana? Tender nyana, 1, 2 or tenders. Okay. So that I can pay this debt over here. Something is not making sense here, or maybe he does not have a good relationship with his father. That's a possibility too, you guys. That's a possibility. But Ramaphosa, please pay Papgeld. I know he is old, but when your son is in trouble, just pay the Papgeld so that he can settle this debt. Anyway, you guys, that's what's going on here. Listen, if you think you're the only one that's thinking about how much you don't have the 50 rand for a taxi tomorrow to get to work, okay, just think about it. To Zega, because even Ramaphosa's son is having some money troubles. Okay, all of us are going through it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.